Imagine an island, cut off from the world. Soldier Island. Jagged rocks, stormy waves, and a single modern house. Beautiful, but cold and empty. It stands alone, watching the waves, a place of secrets, where the past refuses to stay buried. 10 strangers arrive, each lured by a mysterious invitation. They think it's a holiday, but it's a trap. The island looks less like paradise, more like a prison. Once ashore, the boat leaves. There's no turning back. Inside, everything is perfect, except there's no host. Only 2 servants and a growing sense of unease. The air is thick with secrets. The game is about to begin, and the Island of Whispers is about to speak. Let's meet the 10 who came to Soldier Island, each carrying a secret. Justice Wargrave, a retired judge, cold-eyed, famous for sending men to their deaths. Vera Claythorne, a young governess haunted by a child's drowning, fragile, but with a hidden darkness. Philip Lombard, soldier of fortune, dangerous, amoral, hired for a mysterious job. He brought a gun. Emily Brent, rigid, religious, merciless. Her past hides a servant girl's tragedy. General MacArthur, war hero, haunted by rumors of betrayal and a man he sent to die. Dr. Armstrong, successful but nervous. He once killed a patient while drunk. Tony Marston, rich, reckless, unrepentant. He killed 2 children with his car, calls it bad luck. Mr. Bloor, ex-police inspector, using a fake name, sent an innocent man to prison. Mr. and Mrs. Rogers, the servants, seemingly ordinary, but their last employer died mysteriously. 10 people, 10 secrets, 10 little soldiers lined up for the slaughter. Each believes they've escaped their past. Each is wrong. The island is their judge and jury. The nursery rhyme in every room is a warning. The China soldiers on the table are a countdown. The guests sense the tension, but no one speaks the truth. They are strangers but bound by guilt. The island knows their sins. And soon, so will they. The game is set. The players are in place. The first move is coming. No one is innocent here. The rhyme is not just for children. It's a prophecy, and it's about to come true. 10 little soldiers, one by one. The past is catching up. The island demands payment. The guests are uneasy, but the night is young. The secrets are about to surface, and the slaughter is about to begin. No one can escape the rhyme. Dinner is tense. 10 guests, 10 secrets, forced smiles. In the center, 10 China soldiers echoing the nursery rhyme in every room. Suddenly, a voice booms from a hidden gramophone accusing each guest of murder. Panic erupts. Mrs. Rogers faints. The voice exposes their darkest sins. Who is UN Owen? The guests realize. They've been lured here by a phantom. The polite masks fall away. Now they're suspects and potential victims. The island is no longer a retreat. It's a prison, a stage for murder. The China soldiers stand watch, counting down. The nightmare has only just begun. Night falls heavy. No one sleeps. The voices' accusations haunt them. Anthony Marston, careless and unrepentant, raises his glass, then chokes, gasps, and dies. Dr. Armstrong finds cyanide in his drink. Murder, not suicide. The first death. The first line of the rhyme. One choked his little self, and then there were 9. One China soldier is gone. The poem is a blueprint for murder. The next morning, Mrs. Rogers is found dead in her bed. No clear cause, just fear and a sedative. Another line of the rhyme. One overslept himself, and then there were 8. Another soldier figure vanishes. The pattern is clear. The killer is following the rhyme, one victim at a time. The guests are terrified. The island is a trap. No one can leave. No one can trust. The deaths are not random. They're planned. The rhyme is a script, and the killer is following it to the letter. The guests realize anyone could be next. The China soldiers are a countdown to doom. The fear grows with every missing figure. The guests search for answers, but find only more questions. The killer is among them, unseen, unstoppable. The island is closing in. The rhyme is relentless. The guests are desperate. The deaths are just beginning. The island demands justice. The guests are powerless. The killer is always one step ahead. The rhyme is prophecy. The guests are trapped in a nightmare. The island is unforgiving. The deaths will continue. The guests are running out of time. The rhyme is their fate. The killer is watching. The island is silent. The terror is real. 2 deaths in 24 hours. The island is a pressure cooker of fear. The survivors are terrified. The killer is one of them. The boat won't return. A storm cuts them off completely. The house is a beautiful prison. The waves a wall. Paranoia grows. Every glance, every word is suspect. Who poisoned Marston? Who killed Mrs. Rogers? No one's alibi is perfect. Alliances form and break. Lombard, Armstrong, and Bloor search the island for Mr. Owen. Find nothing. No secret passages, no hidden rooms, nowhere to hide. The killer is not a stranger. The killer is among them. Suspicion shifts from person to person. Every gesture is a clue. They guard their food, lock their doors, but it's useless. The killer is clever, patient, and always ahead. The rhyme is the plan. The deaths will continue. The guests are trapped, hunted, desperate. The storm outside mirrors the storm within. The island is unforgiving. The killer is relentless. The rhyme is prophecy. The guests are running out of time. The fear is suffocating. The killer is watching. The next death is coming. The terror follows the poem. General MacArthur is next, found by the sea, his head smashed. One said he'd stay there, and then there were 7. Another soldier gone. The killings are systematic, cold, inhuman. The survivors know. The killer is one of them. They gather, desperate for answers. Justice Wargrave takes charge, turning the room into a courtroom. Confessions spill out. Armstrong's drunken mistake, Lombard's betrayal, Bloor's false testimony, Vera's tragic past. Only Emily Brent refuses to confess. Her certainty makes her suspect. Suspicion falls on Armstrong. He's a doctor, he handled the bodies. Then on Lombard, he has a gun. Accusations fly, alliances crumble. No one can be trusted. Every person has a motive. Every person is capable of murder. The killer is delivering a different kind of justice, a final, brutal reckoning. The rhyme is the law. The guests are its victims. The storm rages outside, but the real storm is within. The guests are desperate, but the killer is always ahead. The rhyme is relentless. The deaths will continue. The guests are powerless. The killer is watching. The island is silent. The fear is overwhelming. The rhyme is prophecy. The guests are running out of time. The killer is always one step ahead. The island is unforgiving. The deaths are just beginning. The guests are trapped. The rhyme is their fate. The killer is relentless. The island is closing in. The nightmare continues. Days and nights blur. The storm rages. Food runs low. Nerves shatter. Mr. Rogers is killed while chopping wood. An axe to the back. One chopped himself in halves, and then there were 6. Another soldier gone. The house is now a tomb. The power fails. Shadows flicker. Every sound is a threat. The survivors huddle together, but paranoia grows. Emily Brent is next, found dead, a needle mark in her neck. A bumblebee stung one, and then there were 5. 5 left: Wargrave, Armstrong, Vera, Lombard, Bloor. The fear is suffocating. The killer is playing a psychological game. Wargrave suggests logic, but trust is gone. Lombard's gun is missing. Armstrong's syringe is missing. The killer has the weapons. Justice Wargrave is found dead, dressed as a judge, shot in the head. One got in chancery, and then there were 4. Another soldier vanishes. 4 remain. The judge is dead. All logic is gone. Only raw fear remains. The guests are animals in a cage, waiting to be slaughtered. The rhyme is prophecy. The killer is relentless. The island is unforgiving. The deaths will continue. The guests are powerless. The killer is always ahead. The rhyme is the law. The guests are its victims. The island is silent. The fear is overwhelming. The nightmare is almost over. 4 survivors: Vera, Lombard, Bloor, Armstrong, on the edge of madness. Armstrong disappears. The others suspect he's the killer. They lock themselves in, but the rhyme isn't finished. A red herring swallowed one, and then there were 3. Armstrong is the red herring, a victim, not the killer. The next morning, Bloor is killed by a marble bear clock. A big bear hugged one, and then there were 2. Only Vera and Lombard remain. They find Armstrong's drowned body on the rocks. The realization hits. The killer must be one of them. Vera grabs Lombard's gun. In panic, she shoots him. One got frizzled up, and then there was one. Vera is alone. She believes she's survived. She returns to the house, exhausted, triumphant. The last China soldier stands on the table. She has won, or so she thinks. The rhyme is not finished. The island is silent. The fear lingers. The nightmare is not over. The rhyme demands its final act. Vera is the last soldier. The end is near. The island waits. Vera climbs to her room, feeling the nightmare is over. But a noose hangs from the ceiling, a chair beneath it. The last line of the rhyme: he went and hanged himself, and then there were none. Overwhelmed by guilt, Vera steps onto the chair, puts the noose around her neck, and kicks the chair away. The island is silent. 10 bodies, 10 graves, no murderer. When the police arrive, they're baffled. The last person alive couldn't have killed the others. The crime is impossible. The truth comes later. A bottle found at sea, a letter inside, a confession from Justice Wargrave. He faked his death with Armstrong's help, then killed Armstrong, then himself. Wargrave had a terminal illness. He wanted to create the perfect, unsolvable murder. He learned of 10 people who escaped justice, bought the island, invented UN Owen, and followed the nursery rhyme. After Vera's death, he staged his own, leaving the letter as his final signature. The perfect murder. Justice served by a madman. The island keeps its secrets. The rhyme is complete. The game is over. The guests are gone. The island is silent once more. Only the wind and the waves remain. The story is finished. The rhyme has claimed them all. And then there were none. The end.